I know a woman who lied about her age on her dating app profile and told her not to. She did it anyway. She was in her late 50s and she knocked several years off on her profile. Well, she met this incredibly lovely man. They had an amazing time together. A few months passed. They were starting to get very close. And the whole time she's like, how do I tell him? She finally comes clean. And he says, well, I'm really shocked that you lied to me, and I don't really know that I want to date you anymore. Now, the reasoning he gave was because you lied to me and now I can't trust you. And that very likely was part of it. Was another part of the reason that he wouldn't, in fact, have wanted to date her because of her age? Maybe. We'll never know. But the point is that the person who's right for you is looking for you. So you need to be real in your profile.
Gentlemen, welcome back. Give me the sip prep and prepare yourselves, because women dating after divorce are
back on the menu, boys.
And what better way to start it than with this woman sharing her story, the story of an undefined woman of unknown origin that apparently lied on her Tinder about her age. Quite funny there. Now let's continue, guys.
Okay, so I'll do.
Right, just a second. So the comment here says, how long do you think it will take you to seriously date again with full intention after your divorce? And let's hear this woman, guys.
In case I ramble, I do think I am ready to seriously date with full intention again. I do date kind of like no expectation. We'll see where it goes. That's always how I've been. I've never been super big to force labels, especially when like dating, like casually dating. I honestly only ever did with my ex-husband, which was honestly looking back a really big red flag for me of how it made me insecure. But I've always been a very big like monogamy girl. I do like the idea of building a life with someone, especially as early as possible, learning all different versions of ourselves together and growing and kind of creating this life, you know. And just because this didn't work out doesn't mean that that has ruined my view of marriage. It has me.
Maybe it didn't work out because you have green hair. If I just saw the hair, like you can cut out her face, I'll probably guess that this is a 20-year-old, you know, emo girl going through the loops. But no, we actually have a divorced mother with green hair. I don't know, it just seems so bizarre. Let's continue.
Made me realize that I definitely need a prenup next time, but it hasn't ruined my ideas of marriage or the beauty of it or the concept of a serious relationship. I do love having a partner that I can go to farmers markets with, can chill at home with, can travel with, can go for walks with the dogs with, hang out with families with. Like I love that, and I love building something like that with somebody. And I do really feel healed, as I healed a lot in the relationship.
Alright, before we continue with the whimsical, nonsensical words right here, what do you bet that after she said all of this, you know, I just love someone to build a life with, monogamy, I want a serious life, serious relationship, what do you bet that she kicked her husband, you know, out of the family? What do you bet that she was the one who filed for divorce for irreconcilable differences? What do you bet, guys? It's all, you know, big walls right here. Oh, I want this, I want that. I'm a good girl, I'm a good woman. But then you check her story, and I bet that she's the one who ruined her marriage.
Once I realized I had been begging for fair treatment about like 6 months to a year before it hit me in February, that I was like, oh my God, I've been begging for this forever and I'm being ignored. I do have OCD, and I had a really big OCD flare up, so I was kind of oblivious to the treatment I was receiving because I was so sick. And once the clouds started lifting, I was like, oh my God, I'm begging to be apologized to. I'm begging to be treated nicely. I'm begging for quality time and being told I'm not worth it. And it started me journaling of standards that I've let slide in this relationship. And so I kind of did all like my healing girl shit as I was in the relationship, because I was trying to honestly heal from the hurt that this person had caused me, as well as try and find a solution for us. And yes, it didn't end up working for us, but I do believe that the healing and the work I had done while I was healing from this in the relationship as well.
All right, pause it again, man. I feel like, guys, I'm rubbing my eyes. I feel like the word healing is mentioned once per 5 seconds. Can you tell me? All right, leave me a comment down below. Can you tell me one concrete thing that this woman mentioned? Just one, you know, as maybe a reason to why they broke up, or why the guy was bad, or what did she do to keep the marriage? Can you tell me one specific thing that occurred in this relationship? You know, it's all, man, I can't even replicate the nonsense that is spilling out of this woman's mouth. It's just healing, and I didn't feel validated in my emotions, and I did the emotional labor, and I didn't feel validated. The attention was, you know, redirected someone else, yada yada. Just, this woman can talk for 5 minutes and say nothing at all. I still don't know what exactly happened in this marriage, and guys, I bet she doesn't know also. You know, this is one of the reasons why men are either avoiding marriage, or they have a bad, you know, a bad experience with divorce. And many men till now, you know, nowadays, they don't even know why they got divorced. You know, it's not like there's something specific about it. It's just whimsical words that mean nothing.
Is out of it now, will be really a great foundation for myself and my standards and what I deserve from a partner going forward.
Deserves got nothing to do with it.
I don't do anything half-assed. I don't feel right using people. I don't feel right using people to heal for myself or for attention or anything like that. And so if I am like going to date someone with a few more dates, like, it will be with full intention even now. And I'm very open with anybody that I have spoken to that I am going through a divorce. And the reception has been quite well, which was something I was very, very afraid of, honestly. I hope this answered it. If there's anything else, please.
No, this didn't answer absolutely nothing. So, sorry, gentlemen, I guess I won't comment because I literally don't know what happened. So let me comment in the style of writing an essay for university, you know, just spilling words. Now, even though this woman didn't cover anything at all, I can just guess, not only by the green hair, but just in general, that this woman, you know, is facing the symptoms of many other modern women that get divorced because of everything and anything, you know. Long past are the times where men and women just stick together in a relationship. They try to pull it off. You ask elderly people what they've gone through, and you just sit there and listen, and they've gone through famines, wars, illnesses, you know, sons going wild, and all these, you know, economical shortages, all these problems, guys, you know, specific concrete problems. Notice how when you ask elderly people about how they manage to keep the marriage together, they never tell you something along the lines of, you know, the attention wasn't there, and we had irreconcilable differences, and, you know, just, I didn't feel validated, I was doing all the mental labor, yada yada. They never tell you bullcrap like that. I can only imagine some 90-year-old woman that's been in a marriage for 50 years. If she listens to this, man, she's gonna receive a heart attack. But gentlemen, enough about this. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and let's go to our next video.
Should be fine. I'm nervous. I haven't done this in so long, but I'm really looking forward to it. And he seems like a really good guy. So we will see how it goes. Asked all my preliminary questions. Maybe one of these days I will share my preliminary questions here. I'm not like an easy person to ask out, I think, because I know what I want, and I'm not playing games. And I think that my directness sometimes is intimidating.
All right, guys. Do you know what does this woman have in common with a golf course? that you can spot the red flag from miles away. So we have the hand tattoo, the arm tattoo, if you didn't notice. She's dating after divorce, and probably the shiniest red flag out of all of them is my directness is intimidating. These words, that sentence right there, just equals, if I pull my 304 translator right here, it just means that she's an a-hole. She's unpleasant to be around. She's bossy. She's cocky. She's all around a really bad experience, to have. But of course, we can't say that. We have to say that, what was it? Our directness is intimidating. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the easiest things to know that it's a red flag. That's newbie level. That's rookie level. You just have to know that right out the gate.
But my thought process is if somebody makes it through those prelim questions, then they're worth going on the date for.
Oh yeah, right. And she has preliminary questions. So guys, if you're interested, just send a message to this woman. You're gonna receive a file with 50 questions that you have to fill, and then we'll see if you are eligible for a date with her. Man, this is just absurd. And of course, I forgot to mention, but she said, I know what I want. Another red flag. When women say that they know what they want, first off, no woman in today's day and age knows what she wants. That's first off. Let's just get that out of the way. Second off, when they say that they know what they want, it just talks about their high standards. If you ask them, oh really, tell me, what do you want? And she'll start with 6 digits, 6 feet tall. I want him to treat me nicely and to have all the time in the world for me, and to be jacked, and to be brownish skinned but with blonde hair, whatever, the full list of 67 non-negotiables.
Last thing, I think that I'm the most nervous about is that this is the first time that I'm putting myself out there since the divorce. I was out with some friends last night, and this guy came up to me and he was like, heard you were married. And I'm like, first of all, who in this bar told you that? Second of all, I am very obviously divorced. Mind fucking business. People kill me. I'm nervous about running into any of my ex's family, or anybody that maybe hasn't heard about the divorce yet. It's gonna be fine. I feel like I need to prep him for that though, so we'll see. See how that conversation goes. I don't know how to have that. I'll keep you updated.
It'd be really interesting for me to take a peek into these women's marriages. I'd really want to see that, man. That will make for some awesome content, because the truth is, even though all these women are out here making TikToks saying how awful their previous ex-husband was, they can talk for hours about how abusive he was and how bad they felt, while at the same time not mentioning one specific thing. The thing is, if you were to look into that marriage, if you were to look at both parts, you will see the standard structure, right? The standard procedure of how marriages usually go. They go something like this. Women settle for a man that they don't necessarily like. They settle for someone just viewing him as a provider. So they've already had their fun. Now they want their provider. And they think, in the honeymoon that everything is going to be great. But after the honeymoon, they start to feel a little like, well, do I have to, put energy into this marriage? Do I have to actually do something to keep it? Do I have to waste my time on, actually giving myself to this man? And, then they say, you know what, I didn't marry Chad. I didn't marry the man of my dreams. This man didn't feel all 16 non-negotiables. He was just available and was a good provider. So, they start comparing him to other men. They start feeling unsatisfied in the relationship. And that is what it means. All those nonsense of the spark, is gone. All those things, gentlemen. I didn't feel validated. It's not like these men are extremely stoic and they don't pay attention to these women. No, is probably, you know, probably is just a normal guy who goes to work and goes back home tired, and he just wants to rest a little and, you know, maybe have a good conversation or watch a movie together, you know, normal stuff. But these women, man, they're never satisfied. They always want more. They always want the chat. They always want the honeymoon that extends throughout their whole life, and they don't get that. So, you know, that's how we end with divorces. But gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments, and I'll be really happy to see you next time. See you guys.